G'day everybody, and welcome to another Let's Go Fishing video. It's right on first light, beautiful time in the morning, and I'm just hiking into a trout stream. Just want to get a fair few k's away from the bridge and the access points before I set up my gear and start fishing. So yeah, I've been walking for about 15 minutes now, probably walk for another 15 and then get a new bit of kit that I've got out and see if I can catch some trout today. Beautiful day, so I'm going to keep walking and get up there. Alright, I've made it into where I want to take the pack off and get the rod out. So I'm going to take the pack off here and start setting up this new bit of kit and get into it, start fishing. The sun has just started to hit the other side of the valley, so. Alright, so I just got out of its pouch the new bit of kit that I'll be using. This is the Samaki Drifter 7-piece travel rod. Awesome little rod, packs down in the size of your hand, comes with this case, perfect for packing in backpacks or anywhere where you can't fit a normal rod. Yeah, 7 pieces, breaks down, bunch of light models for trout fishing, jungle perch fishing, that kind of stuff. Really cool, keen to check it out today. Isn't that cool? That's how small it all packs down to. Tiny. Alright, well this is about the only sign of any fish in the river this morning is carp. A few carp here. But even the carp don't want to eat it. I don't know what's going on. Oh, carp spooked. Well, I really cannot believe it. I've been walking up this little stream for 3.5 hours. It's now like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I haven't seen a single trout. This was one of my kind of go-to trout waters, but it's crazy how much you can change on the day. I haven't even seen a trout up here today. It's super disappointing. I could keep going further up. I was planning to go further up, but with absolutely no sign of a fish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head way back downstream, and this river actually joins into a much bigger river, and then I'm going to head down there and head up the bigger river and see if that's a go. Otherwise today might be a bust. Hopefully it's not a bust. I'd really like to get a trout today, but yeah, I got a big walk now all the way back down and yeah, join the main river. I'll have some breakfast on the go. I got some muesli bars in the backpack and I'll eat them as I walk. This is where your high school scissor kicking days come in handy, when you got hot wires everywhere and you got to jump over them like that. That's lunch on the go. All right, here we are. I've made it. I've walked way too far already today, but as you can see, that there, this is the junction of the smaller creek, and the bigger creek is on the other side over there. You can already see it's flowing a lot more. So I think just because it's been a super hot, dry summer, the smaller creek has just got too hot and low. So the fish have moved out into the bigger river here below. So now I'm going to start flicking my way. I'm walking my way up the bigger river. I've already walked way too far today, but not giving up. Gonna go give it a crack for a couple of hours, see how it goes. heading up there. Alright, this main river looks so much better. A lot more flow. Water looks a lot like healthier, clearer, not as tannin. It looks really good. Hopefully I can find one up in here. A lot more confident than where I was this morning. I'm just flicking a little black plastic on a DECOY jig head. That's a 1/6, one of my favourite little trout lures. Might try a Reddick later. Yep, come on. Yep, got a nice trout. Nice trout. Wicked. It's a really nice one. Wow, look at the colours on him. Such a nice looking trout. He has magic colours. Alright, we got him. Beautiful trout. First fish of the day. It's late morning, but here's an absolute cracker for first fish of the day. Really beautiful brown trout. Have a look at him. First fish on the new Samaki drifter travel rod. Beautiful trouty like that. That was really good. Didn't take too long to get a fish in the main river at all. In this bigger water, more flow, got a fish straight away. So pretty bloody happy with that. I'm gonna keep moving up this system, up the bigger system, see if I can get another one. That was a quality fish too. Great wild river trout. Oh, got him. How is that for a beautiful little stream trout? That is a beautiful little rainbow trout on the Reddick. Yes, got him. It's a good one. It's a really good one. It's a really good one. Whoa. That's a big trout. Big stream trout. Come here, buddy. That really put a bend in the drifter. Wow. Wowee, he is a beautiful fish. Have a look at that for a stream trout. How's that for a stream trout on the new rod? Lovely fish. Alright, that is another cracker river trout on the drifter. Stoked to get a couple like that in the session. Not many fish at all, but really good quality fish, which is bloody awesome. I'm stoked with that. Fun little walk. Anyway, I'll get the hooks out of him and get this one back. Alright, he's just been in the water the whole time. He'll be ready to go, this trout. push him out in the current here and send him on his way. That's it for fishing on the main river. Got a couple of nice trout, one smaller one. Made all the walking worthwhile finally. Pretty bloody happy with that. But it's now 1 o'clock and I told the missus I'll be home at lunchtime, and I'm not going to be home till a lot later than that. But I'm going to start packing my way out of here. I won't do a final wrap up yet because there is one epic carp spot on the way out. So I'll just do a quick check in at the carp spot, maybe quickly catch one on a lure. Maybe not, but I'll do the final wrap up there. So I'll see you guys at the good carp spot. I've got about 5k's of walking to get there, so I'm gonna get going. Okay, so for anybody watching, this is why carp are so bad for the Murray-Darling Basin. They basically just dirty up, chew and feed on all the banks of the rivers. This degrades the system totally, changes their environment for the native fish, and is no good at all for Aussie natives. As you can see, there's just heaps of them here, doing it everywhere. And this is why they are such a problem. Got him. Managed to sight cast that one pretty good. He was just underneath the grass there. I just put the plastic in front of him and he just sucked on it, which was cool. This will test out the drifter, little trout rod drifter. Uh-oh. Back the drag off a bit, I think. I thought I might be able to get a carp on the way home. Hasn't done a whole lot. Trying to run me around on the spot. There's so many of them here. So many of them here. Anyway, I've got to walk him down here, so while I walk him down here, I'll just have a quick bit of a chat about the carp virus and my opinion on it. I do think something needs to be done, honestly. There's just more and more carp every year. There's so many carp in the Murray-Darling Basin now, it's ridiculous. Pretty much all the fish in the Murray-Darling Basin are carp, and they're really bad for the native fish, which I hate to see. And I hate to see them getting worse and worse every year. So I think that although the virus mightn't be the perfect thing, at least it's something. It's naturally found, well, it's occurring on, I think, 6 of the 7 continents. Don't quote me on this, but it's yeah, it's definitely found in all carp populations right across the world and hasn't spread to any other type of fish. So hopefully if it's in Australia, it won't spread to our types of fish and it will knock the numbers of the carp right down, because I do think that there's just, you know, if we stand and do nothing for another 10 years, I've seen how many waters have gone just to total carp fisheries. There's a duck under the bank here. I've seen how many waters have been changed from either trout fishery or a native fishery, and they've just been turned into carp sludge pools now. And that's all happened in the last 10 years, and I don't want to see that happen to more places. So I think something should be done, and I think at the moment the virus is the best option. I know Fisheries Victoria are really pushing it. I haven't heard so much through New South Wales fisheries, but I'm a fan of it. Obviously everyone's got their own opinion. I just think the risk of doing nothing far outweighs the risk of letting the virus go and at least doing something. It may be a couple of steps back in the cleanup process, and we may lose some native fish when all the carp die, but sometimes you got to take a couple of steps back to take a step forward. And I think from that point on, once the virus is released, the carp population should never reach such high numbers ever again. The virus will just keep coming back year after year, like Mixo and the rabbits. And I think that will be amazing for the native fish, and they should get better and better every year, not worse and worse every year like they are at the moment. So, and after talking all that, we've got ourselves a carp on the drifter. Not a bad mud sucker either. Not a bad mud sucker. Whoop. Whoop. Alright, I'll get the good camera out and show you him quickly. Alright guys, sorry for going on a bit of a rant on the YouTube video, but I thought some people may be interested in my view of the carp virus. So just quickly putting it out there. Everybody's entitled to their own view, but I am bloody sick of catching these things and seeing them in every system that I fish in. This is just another one. I've caught thousands in my life, thrown them up the bank, and nothing I ever seem to do makes a difference. There's just another 20 there the next time I come. So really disappointing to see. They are a super fun fish to catch, and I've had a lot of fun catching them over the years, but I just hate to see what they do to our systems, and they are really bad for our native fish and trout for that matter. So I'm going to toss this guy up the bank, I'm going to pack up my stuff, and I'm going to head home, guys. Appreciate you watching another video. I'll just do a really quick gear run through. Gear I used, new Samaki drifter, as you saw. I got the 6'6", 6 to 12 pound version, 7-piece rod, packs up into your backpack. Perfect for if you don't have much space for a rod or you're going on a backpacking mission. I've just matched that with the Samaki Zora 2000, and that is spooled with 16 pound X braid and 10 pound Olltolus fluorocarbon leader. That just goes down to the little DECOY jig head, black plastic, and I also caught that little trout on a Samaki Reddick. That was all the gear that I used for today. Appreciate you guys watching the video. New video every second Monday, 5 PM. See you on the next one. Bit of a short one, this one, with a bit of a rant at the end, but you get that some days. Cheers.